Good morning and welcome to police headquarters. We're glad you're here. After the press conference, we expect all the reporters to say a few words to Rasmus on his way out. It is his last day working for the mayor's office. So today we're going to hear from Jessica Fox, the chair for Celebrate 250. That'll be followed by Police Chief Robert Tracy, Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson, and Mayor Kara Spencer. Jessica?
Thank you, Mitch. Hi, everyone. I am Jessica Fox. I am the General Operating Chair for Celebrate 250. We are so unbelievably excited to welcome everyone to the downtown area this weekend for such an historic event. We have a jam-packed weekend ahead of us. We have so many things planned, some of our traditional things that everybody remembers, our concerts, our fireworks. We're also bringing in some new elements as well, our drone show, which is going to be fantastic, 1,500 drones up in the air. Additionally, we're going to be doing a car show, and we are going to be doing something brand new, which is highlighting all of the amazing things that are happening here in St. Louis in our immersive innovation village, which is going to be over at Live by Lowe's in Ballpark Village. We're so excited to have everyone come down, and in order to keep this entire event and make it a success and keep it safe, we're certainly asking everyone to please visit our celebratestlouis.org, take a look at the event guidelines. We want to make sure everybody feels safe, everybody is enjoying the family, fun, and events that we have, and come down and enjoy it all for free, which is one of the really great things that we've been able to do with the Celebrate 250 event. With the help of our sponsors, the city, all of the folks that you see standing behind me, it's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be a safe event. And with that, I think I'm tossing it over to Chief Tracy.
Thank you, Jessica. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to SLMPD Police Headquarters. As we head into the July 4th holiday weekend and celebrate 250, our goal is simple. Help everyone enjoy a safe, memorable, family-friendly celebration across the city. For months, the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department has worked alongside event organizers, public safety partners, city departments, community stakeholders, all to prepare for this weekend. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected to visit our downtown area, and we want them to have a positive experience. Our message is straightforward. Leave the firearms at home, know and follow the juvenile curfew, see something, say something, and have a great time. Before we go into some specifics and details about Celebrate 250, I want to assure all neighborhoods, every available police officer will be working this weekend across the entire city. Additional officers will be deployed to help respond to firework calls as well. When you're reporting the illegal discharging of fireworks, try to get as much information as possible. And most importantly, do not approach people shooting off fireworks. Discharging fireworks in the city of St. Louis is illegal. Please come downtown and leave it to the professionals. We'll have extra officers working downtown, including plainclothes officers. You will see officers in their patrol SUVs, on foot, and also on bicycles. We will leverage technology from our real-time crime center and our mobile cameras. If you see something, again, say something. Report any suspicious activity to a police officer or call 911. Juvenile curfews. The juvenile curfew is for those 17 and under and will be in place for the downtown and the downtown west neighborhoods. The modified curfew will begin Friday, July 3rd, and will last through September. The hours of the curfew will be from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., 7 days a week. We want to be clear. This curfew is for juveniles who are out past 9 p.m. without a parent or guardian, which means we do want young people to come down and enjoy yourself downtown in downtown west, but have a parent and guardian with you. And also, parents will be held responsible for the behavior of their children. Parents, if our officers find your child out after curfew, you will have to pick them up at the Reunification Center, where resources will be provided by the Office of Violence Prevention, the SLMPD, and our juvenile detectives. Parents will be cited. Additionally, if your children are found in possession of any fireworks, they will be seized and you will receive an additional charge. The safety of our community is our highest priority. Now is the time to plan ahead, arrive early, and please leave your firearms at home. Park smart, don't leave valuables in your car, and park in a legal designated parking area. Have a plan and a designated meetup spot if you get separated from your group. Let's do this smartly. Safety is a shared responsibility. We're excited about this weekend, and we want to make sure we keep everybody safe. We are excited about it as well in the SLMPD for what is going to be seen in our city and the stage that we're on. So with that, I want to turn things over to our Fire Chief, Dennis Jenkinson. Chief Jenkins.
Thanks, Chief. There's a whole lot that goes into planning and preparing for this type of event. I will tell everybody that there's going to be approximately 60 additional firefighter members on duty downtown for the event. There will be a unified command center operating downtown inside the footprint where we control the event with our own dispatchers and incident commanders. So they'll be down there the entire time. We'll also have real-time video monitoring of the entire footprint while we're down there. The public safety and prevention side of the fire department has been working for about the last 2 weeks, and they've done all the permitting for any of the special vendors that are down there. They've also, which is one of their tasks that they do every year for this event, is they have looked at and qualified all of the pyrotechnic displays that are going to be at the event. Pardon me. Emergency medical coverage. This is going to be a tough one this year. It's hot. Take your time. If you get too hot, locate one of the 3 tents that we will have down there to assist you with any type of medical emergency. Like I said, there's 3 dedicated medic units that will be down on scene the entire time. We also have 4 roving rangers that will have medical personnel on them covering the event. Each medical tent is staffed by physicians this year. So they will be down there during the entire event as well. Marine and parade operations. We'll have 2 Marine Task Force unit boats on the river, as well as dive teams to protect anything that might go on. So that's always in place. We'll have 3, I'm sorry, let me back up. We'll have the presentation of colors by the Fire Department Honor Guard, and also, of course, the huge flag that will oversee the parade when it starts. Comprehensive medical coverage is going to be positioned along the entire route. We'll have ATVs, we'll have the bike team, and we'll have medical personnel. If you start feeling bad, reach out to the members that are along the route. We're very close. Community engagement. We will have the St. Louis Fire Department Virtual Reality Fire Training House on site on the grounds. They will be down there the entire time. One of the last minute things we had to do this morning to protect the people who are coming to the event, we filled approximately 1,000 safety barriers this morning to make sure that the event has a safe footprint. So we will be down there. We've been down there for the last couple of days. So fire department's ready. You'll see us in uniform down there preparing. If you need assistance, just ask one of us. We'll be there. At this time, I'd like to introduce the mayor of the city of St. Louis, Kara Spencer.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon, everyone. What an exciting weekend we have ahead of us. I want to start by thanking Celebrate St. Louis for organizing what will be a truly incredible set of free events, 2-day celebration of our nation's independence in downtown St. Louis. Very few places in the country will you be able to find free celebrations as spectacular as the ones we have here in the city of St. Louis. Of course, St. Louis knows how to party. We've got Ludacris, Miranda Lambert, Zed, Rebirth Brass Band, America's Birthday Parade, and an unbelievable professional fireworks display and drone show. I could not be more excited about this weekend, but it's going to be hot, so drink a lot of water going into the weekend and throughout the events. Thankfully, the St. Louis City Water Division and Fire Department will also be on hand. We'll have the water wagon rolled out at Luther Eli Smith Square between the old courthouse and the arch on Market Side, and we'll have water fountain adapters placed on 13 fire hydrants around the area. Additionally, we've got the Department of Health and Parks Department will provide misters at Chestnut in front of the Hyatt and at Memorial Drive just north of Walnut in the fire department, and we'll have multiple fire companies, as the chief pointed out, assigned to the event for cooling purposes. The heat is truly serious, so please make sure you drink lots of water and take lots of breaks. And as the chief pointed out, call if you don't feel good. We're on site to help. I want to thank the Chief of Police, Chief Tracy, Chief Jenkerson, alongside Celebrate St. Louis for collaborating here to coordinate the plans for a safe weekend and safe summer overall. As we saw again recently, these big events take a lot of effort, a lot of manpower, thousands of people coming to our city and our neighborhoods, and this is a big lift on the part of the officers, our fire department, and all of our city staff. So I just want to recognize those efforts and really thank them. Our emergency management agency, SEMA, played a very key role in organizing all of these departments and making sure that we have alignment. So I really want to thank Commissioner Favor on that, as well as our street department, the Department of Public Safety, and all their work to help our city get ready for this weekend. From closing down the streets for the parade to preparing other public safety message. So I'm very, very grateful and very proud of the work that our city has put into this. As you know, I signed Executive Order 98 yesterday, establishing an overnight juvenile curfew in the downtown and downtown west neighborhoods between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., starting in the evening on July 3rd and going through Labor Day. This is something that we've been discussing with our police department stakeholders as we've seen teenagers coming downtown late at night, far too many times in the past summers, creating an unsafe environment for both the community, our downtown, and our teenagers and the youths themselves. So with this curfew, we have another tool to help keep them safe. It's very important that, as the chief pointed out, this is family-friendly set of events. Celebrate 250 is, we very much want kids and youth to participate. We just want you to be safe, and we want you to have an adult with you. For minors who are looking for alternative activities this weekend, however, we do have some fun, exciting options to share with you. I'm happy to share that the Office of Violence Prevention has partnered with Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club to host 4th of July celebrations for the St. Louis City youth. The club will be open Friday, July 3rd, and Saturday, July 4th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., providing safe and fun environment and lots of activities to do. I want to give a special thank you to Brandon Williams of the Boys and Girls Club to really helped mobilize these opportunities for our youth. Events are varied. They'll have, between the two nights, they'll have fun activities like a mobile Y gaming truck, art lessons by St. Louis Artworks, music, basketball, badminton, and board games. Chess teachers will also be available to teach the game to potential future members of the World Chess Hall of Fame. So in an effort to provide fun and safe activities, the Office of Violence Prevention is in the process of establishing evening activities and programming for youth. We recognize that putting in a curfew and making sure that we have plans in place to keep our downtown safe. We also want to be very clear that we understand that our city's youth need to have fun things to do, and we are putting those plans together in addition to what we've offered for this weekend, and I'm very grateful for the Office of Violence Prevention for working on that, as well as the Recreation Division and our slate departments who've been working together to really ensure that we've got a good plan for the summer. Again, I just really want to iterate, this is going to be a fun weekend. We're prepared, as you can see here, and we're excited going into what's going to be just an excellent but hot weekend for the city of St. Louis. All right, I think that's it. And so we'll take some questions.
Chief Tracy, can you talk about the effectiveness of the curfew? Does it really stop juveniles from coming out, or is it more just a way to be able to hold parents of juveniles responsible?
Well, first of all, having a curfew is just another tool in the toolbox. It's not a be-all, end-all. It depends on, we can be more prepared if a behavior does kick up. If you saw a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday night, there was a teen takeover right by Energizer Park. We were able to get down there. We were able to enforce a curfew when they were in the park, but outside the park. It took a lot of our resources to monitor them until the 11 o'clock curfew. 12 o'clock, especially on a Saturday night. Having this tool at 9 o'clock gives us a chance to give the warning, to make sure if people are being dropped off, that we'll be out there communicating with them that this is not the place to go to keep you safe. Our biggest worry about downtown and downtown west is compared to the neighborhoods, where the neighborhood has a social construct, where the neighborhoods actually can look out after each other, the guardians, and as I say, parents and guardians sitting on the stoop watching the children. When it comes to downtown, we don't have that. We have kids coming from all over the region, sometimes hundreds coming from Illinois, coming from North County, South County, West County, and even from our city. And when they get together in those groups and they're wandering around with no other activities to do, to run into each other, sometimes conflicts arise, and sometimes they bring fireworks and have firework wars that they had a couple of years ago. We're able to put things in place last year, as you saw, some of the things, and now we're just adding that curfew on top of it, because that's one of the recommendations after we did an after-action review, and we also looked at what other cities are doing, and we're just going to build off that. So be it by itself, it's part of a comprehensive plan. Is those are things that we worked with the city administration, worked with the mayor, we collaborated, and we're very appreciative of the modified curfew, and we want to thank the mayor for the executive order.
Chief Tracy, just another question about the curfew. Why continue to pick downtown and downtown west as the areas for the curfew? We just had so many viewers and residents across the region reach out asking, hey, can we have a curfew in our part of the area? So why continue with downtown and downtown west?
Well, I just answered that. I believe I just answered it in the first question. There's a social construct, and I don't want to penalize neighborhoods that actually are looking out for their own children. We don't have people coming from all over the region to one particular neighborhood because they are a neighborhood. They're coming down to a business area that doesn't have that oversight of parents and guardians and a neighborhood. It's a business, really a business district. It's called Downtown West and downtown. But because of not having that type of oversight, kids congregate unsupervised, and things like 2 years start to happen. We want to get ahead of that because this is the place where kids start to get hurt. We want to keep them safe, and we want to keep everybody else safe from their actions that they're doing that might be unintended consequences for other people when these conflicts happen. So the communities, I talked to all the community groups. A lot of communities do not want them, and to put an overall curfew throughout the city right now is not. We want to be targeted. We don't want to penalize some communities. And in those areas where things are happening, we are still responding to 911 calls if they're doing something or congregating and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. We're going to respond anyway. So I'd rather leave that up to the 911 calls and or directed patrols. But downtown is people coming together, coalescing from all over the region, and then conflicts start to happen. And they're unsupervised. We have more chances of supervision within the neighborhood, and those kids are from the neighborhood, not coming from outside the neighborhood.
Well, as she pointed out, are you seeing change then? If you with continue to do it downtown and downtown west, are you seeing is it getting better?
We're only, this modified curfew is the first time that we're doing downtown west for the first time. We didn't do it last year. We just asked for it this year. So I'll evaluate what's happening. But right now, I think it's another tool that we're going to need on top of everything else, and we'll continue to evaluate. This is a modified curfew. This is not, this is not an ordinance. So we've asked for it. The executive order is in, and we really appreciate that the mayor was able to sign that executive order to help our officers do their job and keep people safe. So I can come back with a question. Let's get through this weekend. Let's see what's happening, and then we can always take a look at if it's needed in other areas. I'll assess that after this weekend.
Chief, do you have any special?
Sorry, Chief Mayor, can you guys speak to the process of how, within the conversation of a curfew, you decided to settle on a curfew for the rest of the summer, essentially, all the way up until where we are now, but through Labor Day?
Well, I can speak to that a little bit. We wanted some level of consistency here. I hear the questions about citywide. I mean, I think there's an argument to be made there. We hear from a lot of communities that are looking for that as well. It also comes down to manpower. And so, we're starting here. I do think, as we go through this summer and evaluate it, there was a discussion. I know everybody's aware that the police department called for an 8 p.m. curfew. From my office, we felt like we didn't want to put in a curfew when the daylight was still present. I have a teenage son myself, and, he's often riding his bike home while it's still light out. And so we wanted to make sure we were not being punitive. And as we talked about this, as I mentioned, it was important to me that we provide nighttime activities for kids. So what we were looking at, what could we do? What do we have the capacity to do? And this is where we landed.
Just a follow-up question. How will you all measure success, I guess, of these curfews? I know you all have to analyze,
what is success?
Well, for me, I'll speak for me. I want to see less teen-involved violence. I think, when you have large groups of unsupervised teenagers, unfortunately, some that can be dangerous and volatile situations for the teens involved. So for me, what success looks like is we're not having dangerous situations and dangerous outcomes for our teenagers.
Chief, do you have specialized units looking out for things like teen takeovers? Or do you have any kind of intelligence to believe that there might be some kind of effort to do that during these events?
Yeah, we're always open source out there. We can take a look at open source, what's happening. People do send us intelligence information from social media where there might be a potential teen takeover. We'll get ahead of that. If there's a sponsor for that, we'll have a conversation with that person to let them know if you continue through with this, and we have. Remember the teen takeovers that were supposed to happen in Forest Park and downtown. We got ahead of that, and some of the kids, and I say kids, juveniles, pretty influential on their social media. We had conversations that what the effect of what they're doing, and they had an understanding, and a lot of that got pulled back, and then we also kept our resources in place to make sure if they still come down, to be safe, to make sure. And these teen takeovers are happening before curfew. So we certainly, it does take a lot of our resources out of what we could be doing other things, but we will make sure that we cover it, keep everyone safe, and make sure that any activity they're doing is within the law.
Are you talking to some people in advance? I mean, is there a list of folks and you're going maybe one house after another? People have caused lead problems in the past. Are you kind of talking to those folks in advance?
Well, thank you very much for you all being here today, because I'm talking to everybody through the media, including you, Elliot, and I appreciate you getting that message out. Those were the talking points that I had when I started off. I'm emphasizing again with your question. Thank you, and your other questions on curfew. It can put some clarity to what we're trying to do. It's about being safe. It's about making sure we keep people safe. If you looked at 2 years ago, these kids on social media, they were able to coalesce very quickly, and they came downtown with fireworks, and they had firework wars. And then that escalated into other things a couple of years ago. We're not going to have that happen again. We want to keep everyone safe, including the kids that are coming down on social media. We want kids to have a good time. I have young kids. Well, not anymore, but I had young kids. I want them to have a good time. I don't want to restrict them, but I need them to be safe. And that's what we're looking for. This is about safe. It's also parental responsibility to know where your children are, to make sure that you know where they are, to keep them safe, because young kids make poor choices. And we want to make sure that we stay on top of, and as a police department and as administration, all of us care about our young people and some of the rules in place that keep people safe, and that's why we're doing that and putting these things.
What have you all been doing in terms of fireworks seizures ahead of the holiday, and do you suspect that to make an impact on the firework wars that we've seen in the past?
Well, we just put out a huge seizure. We're hoping that didn't get distributed to the neighborhood. There was many complaints where people were going around with a black truck, and we were able to get ahead of that. We got some intelligence information, and if you look at publicly, thank you very much for putting that out. We sent that out through our social media site, and we also let the media know. I think that does have an impact, but there's so much fireworks that are sold outside legally that are being set off illegally in our city. It's something that's why the fire chief always gives his presentation about the consequences and the harm you can do to each other, including, I don't want to steal the fire chief's thunder, but I listen all the time as well. Something comes down in this hot weather, things can ignite very quickly where they're going to be dealing with fires throughout the community. So we're trying to get those safety, and if we can eliminate that many pounds of fireworks, that's just less. It's like getting one gun off the street. That's one less gun out there. That's one less, that couple thousand pounds of fireworks. But there's plenty more out there that we got to make sure we keep an eye on.
Mayor, do you have any idea? I'm sorry.
Oh, just when it comes to the curfew, I know it was mentioned that when parents pick their kids up from the reunification center, they'll be cited. What if a parent does not pick their child up from the reunification center? What happens to the child? Do you find the parents? Are they cited then at home? What happens if they don't come and pick their kids up?
Well, that's why we have the services there. We have social workers, officers of violence prevention. We have our juvenile detectives that are there. I mean, contributing to a delinquency of a minor, or looking at something that's more of a dangerous situation, something else is going on at that home, if they're not going to come pick that child up. So then we would take it further. We do anything where I don't think it raises to a level to abuse, but you certainly have to find out what's going on in that situation in that home, that we can get service for the family and/or get services for that child. So we actually, that could be a good intervention because we're picking that up at that time, that something more is happening that we need to address from a government standpoint and make sure that we can get help to that family. So I look at it as more, if that does happen, that's a red flag of something we need to look further to get help to the family and also to that child.
Chief,
Mayor, how-
with the teen curfew, how often are you communicating with other outside agencies like the county?
We talk to the county knows that we're doing. We're putting it out right now. We're publicizing what's happening all week, and it's the downtown west. We're making sure that when we put it on our website, we have it out there, and we're communicating as much as possible. And once again, we're using the press here, we're talking about it, and that actually helps amplify the message of what we're trying to do to keep people safe. So everybody's aware that we do have the curfew up. This is a huge event. This is a big event, and this is one of the talking points on our event.
Mayor, any idea how many people you guys expect to come to downtown St. Louis for this weekend?
Do you have any
event?
numbers?
And secondly, my second question is, how important is it for St. Louis to have a successful weekend?
Oh, well, I mean, we're going to have a successful weekend, and it's, of course, so important for the city of St. Louis. The 4th of July celebrations have been a standard for the city my entire lifetime. I mean, I remember very fondly coming down, and we had spectacular air shows back then. The fireworks are always fun, and the music is always a blast. So these are incredibly important events for St. Louis, for our history, for our culture, for just what we do as St. Louisans. It's a big part of our St. Louis fabric. As far as the numbers anticipated, Jessica, do you have a
So we don't have exact numbers. We do expect it to be one of our largest events. We are back under the arch for the first time since 2019. That is a draw in and of itself. That's why it is so important to make sure you're following guidelines around the event. Come down early, know where to park, all of those great things, because it is going to be a good party here down in St. Louis.
Any ballpark?
No, not at this time.
A question about some of the partnerships. I know that you all have said you partnered with Boys and Girls Club for this weekend. Have there been partnerships with other youth organizations as far as the teen takeovers are concerned?
That we'll be making some more announcements about that moving forward. As I mentioned, like St. Louis Artworks, and there's some other things in the works here. We've got some chess instructors and other things, and we're working, our Office of Violence Prevention, we're working on developing more communicative efforts on that front. But it is important. I mean, Chad, when you asked earlier what does success look like, of course, having reduced violence in our teen population, but having fun things to do that our kids want to participate in and are actually participating in, I think is an area that we really need to consider for a mark of success. Okay.
Chief, how strict is the curfew going to be enforced? And I ask because 16-year-olds in Missouri are allowed to work until 9 p.m. Would they need to find some kind of arrangement to be picked up if they typically walk or ride a bike home from their job?
Yeah, if there's justifiable reason. I mean, there's exceptions to the curfew. To and from work, there's responsibilities of people working there. We use discretion when it comes to that. So, when you say strict, we have a conversation of what's going on, and if someone's coming to and from work or some other situation where they have to get to medical or anything else like that, there's enough going on when we're enforcing the curfew. It's usually bringing us the behavior that we have to address. When something like that is happening, we use good discretion with that. So just to let you know, there are exceptions to it. It's within the ordinance, and we will certainly abide by it.
Let's do 2 more questions.
When it comes to downtown safety, just kind of not solely 4th of July related, I know that some parts of Wash Ave sometimes get shut down in certain areas, and some city residents are wondering if that could be something that happens every week, and who's responsible for towing cars that are in that shutdown area?
Sure, yeah, I'll speak to that. That is something we're looking at, whether or not we're going to be doing street closures. We're looking at, we're in the process of evaluating and implementing several other public safety measures, including closing down some of the problematic businesses. We've had some shootings and some very, very unfortunate events taking place, and the potential for closing down Wash Ave is something that we are evaluating as we speak. We don't have firm plans on that right now, but it is something we're taking a look at. As far your other question was
Who's responsible for towing the cars in those
Towing. City Tow is responsible for towing those vehicles, and we're working with our parking enforcement to kind of make sure that we have that we are continuing to improve that process. We've also got a bit of a capacity issue in City Tow that we're working through, and so improving how many cars we're able to tow on a regular basis is an action item that we're actively working through, and we should see some improvement on. Last question, anybody?
Dickerson, you mentioned the 1,000 water barriers y'all were setting up today. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what those do in terms of securing the event? Is it for traffic? Like, how's it set up?
Well, you kind of already answered the question. They secure traffic routes, make sure people have to go a certain way. They also provide barriers for the event goers, if you will, so that they're protected. We look at it from a standpoint of how do we provide a safe area for the people to enjoy the event, and a traffic pattern direction, if you will. So those were put in place this morning, and they're filled with water. So obviously, we are the ones who fill them with the water. So that's what they do. But they provide a level of protection for the fairgoers.
Mitch said 2 more questions, and that was it.
Elliot.
Yeah, come on, Elliot.
I know you would
It
want my.
better be a really good question.
You would
What
want
do you
my
got?
question, Mayor.
What do you got? Lay it on us. Breaking the rules.
Where can people park and where shouldn't they park? They want to come downtown to the events.
Not in front of fire hydrants. I'll start there.
I mean,
That's
Elliot,
my part.
the parking is there's a lot of ample parking around downtown. So I think the important thing is, as I mentioned, there's a lot of parking, but make sure that you leave your firearms at home. Okay, we don't want firearms in the vehicles when you park them there. Obviously, that could potentially be a problem. So just leave your firearms at home, but there's going to be a lot of parking. So you'll just park anywhere you want.
And maybe better that, Uber or rideshare, there's plenty of rideshare. Yeah, Metro. We got some questions about media updates over the weekend. So just for reporters and then some of the editors, the SLMPD will provide several updates over the weekend related to what the SLMPD is doing, not only to keep people safe at Celebrate 250, but we will also provide regular updates on social media and potentially a press briefing depending on what occurs with that juvenile curfew that is in effect. Chief Tracy provided several updates last year. We anticipate on doing that again this year. And then make sure on your way out you tell Rasmus how great of a job he's done under Mayor Tashara Jones and Mayor Kara Spencer. Thank you guys.
Yeah,